digital marketing resource for one organization that you were employed with earlier, and there were a few of such instances, versus moving into becoming a consultant yourself. What is the difference between the two? Do you really think that you need to have one for the other, or can one just build this kind of a skill and straight jump into being a consultant in this space?
I personally, my answer comes from my personal experience only. So I feel that being associated with one organization, like I worked in B2C first. It was a B2C firm, and then I moved to a B2B one. So I think working dedicatedly with one organization actually helps. Because so when you're working, when you have opened an agency, first of all, it's like there are just so many fish in the market, and there are like so many rates, and a lot of our consumers, don't even know. They don't even know what to expect and how much should they pay for that. So you have just a beginner who's vouching for the same contract that you are. So I feel that it's always good that you come with a set of experience, because if you are associated with a firm, so the very first thing is that you are exploring that particular sector with a lot of depth, which you will not really get to do once you are a consultant. So that builds a very strong base, and then when you are a full-time resource with somebody, so I would say the scope for experimentation that you get there isn't so much when you are someone
Do
who
you
gets paid
also
just.
do you also have a timeline for making that switch? Is 1 year a good amount of time in this space, or do you have any idea on what would be a good amount of time to
Well,
get exposure?
see, for me, it was close to 3 years. But if you are in a kind of job, like for instance, if you are in e-commerce, or if you are working for a, say, conglomerate, where you get to experience all the different kinds of avenues within, I think 2 years is a good human expectation to have, because in 1 year it's I don't there might be people who could do that, but in my experience, I think 1 year would be too less to jump into your own venture, because first you also need to build your credibility, right? If you are just 1 year, you just have 1 year kind of. I'll be very honest. In Indian context, per se, people still look at the number of experience you've added to your resume. So it's like if you jump in the ground just 1 year, it's going to be tough in the beginning. You might be able to catch up, but I would say 2 is a good number to have.